I hope you're having an amazing day. My name is Colin, and in this video we're going to have a look at Bullieverse. Boulevard Island is an ever-expanding world with an arcade of games for the community to play and earn rewards. It is an island that is about 3 miles long and wide. A game player can become a citizen of Boulevard Island, Kobe, by buying our Bull NFTs. This is launching on Seedify in about 10 days from the recording of this video. So upcoming, we're going to have a full review of Boulevard Island, how the NFTs work, what the actual game is about, to see if this is an interesting opportunity. Nothing in this video is financial advice, it's for entertainment purposes only. So the website looks quite nice. They have an open world metaverse platform. That is the vision as it is presented. So own the NFTs, then create and immerse yourself into the world. Fair enough. Okay. What can you do in the metaverse? Play to earn rewards and collectibles by playing fun games in the metaverse. Create to earn, create games and publish on our own game store. Each game will be represented as an NFT and you own the IP, monetized by creating engaging experience. That sounds interesting. We haven't really seen that before. Craft your experience, buy land and craft your experience in the Boulevard Island metaverse, unleash imagination, hang out with friends and immerse yourself in the virtual world. DAO governance, have a say in the future of the metaverse experience on Boulevard Island. 3D avatars, bring your NFT to life and wear them as your avatar in the metaverse. Your avatar is your digital representation. All right, that's quite interesting. I mean, it sounds like quite a big project. They also have some stuff coming up. But let's review the white paper first before we go into more detail to have a good and proper understanding of what this game is actually about. So they talk about the metaverse. We don't really have to go there. I want to know about this specific project. All right. Game players can enjoy the bear hunt from Q1 2022. I assume that's right now. We are launching the beta version of the bear hunt in January 2022. For our community. This is the first play and earn game that brings our community together. The Bullieverse platform is built with several futuristic capabilities in mind. Our communities will be able to do the following: create games, publish games, play games, create assets, and buy and lend assets. All right, this is something I'm usually quite interested in, depending on how the tokenomics regarding this would look like. If the marketplace is already available upon launch, or does it include it in the long-term roadmap? All right, game player, game creator, and the asset owner. All right, that makes sense. The ecosystem. Okay, show me the board. Oh, all right, that's quite interesting. It looks like this. Holy shit, that's complicated. Okay. That's like a huge thing. I think they could have displayed this in a little bit of a better way, because now you gotta move from left to right. But I don't really think we're going to cover all of this because this looks like a lot. So if you're interested in this, then definitely have a look there. But the main idea about the metaverse and all the different options are obviously the player rewards, the economy. Usually what we kind of see with these early stage metaverse games, they refer to a metaverse as basically an open world game that can be expanded through internal economy, right? What does the economy look like? Okay, so this is basically a cut up version of the entire ecosystem. That's better. We're building the Bullieverse, could redefine more than just the gaming landscape. In fact, we make the case that it has potential to change how people interact with and perceive traditional socioeconomic structures like finance institutions, marketplace, and governments. This is because a metaverse built on the foundation of Web 3.0 ethos provides a proof of concept for a self-sovereign financial system, an open creator economy. Okay, that's interesting. So you got the game players, the game creators, the asset owners, the DAO, and the visitors. When we look at how that works, this is basically the idea that they have of a self-sustaining economy. I think it makes quite sense. The DAO makes the decisions, right? And in order to have that, you need to have the tokens. They charge tax as well. All of the income basically goes to the treasury, and that's how things are being funded at the end of the day. Is there anything going out here? Yeah, into the curators fund, stake, and then shell, and then more staking there, basically to supply that. All right, that makes sense. So there's two tokens, the shell token I see here and bull token. So I assume shell will then be the inflationary one and bull will be the governance token. That regarding the names would make most sense. Burning of the shell token to reduce circulating supply. NFT asset creation, breeding. So they have quite a plan already lined up with how things should work and what everything should look like. It's quite impressive actually, just seeing this, going over it. However, obviously with these games to a certain extent, we do have to realize what is there currently available and what kind of roadmap timeline are we actually looking at to be able to achieve this. Can I close this? No. In basically the short, medium term, investors, specifically as per myself, obviously this is just my opinion, I would want to see some drastic progress in terms of how the utility token is being used and what exactly that would bring to the platform, right? So they love apparently these little structures, so that makes sense. They have a marketplace, avatars, land, game assets, so they're all ERC 721, 721, 1155. Then you have your Bullieverse citizens, which is basically the avatars. Then they pay to earn rewards there. You can trade there. Then sales proceeds and royalties. Experienced creators, they can rent it out to, and then the collectors, okay, and then do trades again. And the curators. The curators have the responsibility of ensuring all the content in the marketplace follows the ethos of Bullieverse, and they are under the guidelines. Curators stake bull tokens and earn rewards for curating, okay. And then some DAO expenses here, okay, and then the treasury. So the treasury is obviously very important here, but yeah, this kind of makes sense. Play to earn and create to earn economies. How far does that go, and how involved is the actual DAO in the governance of the project, right? Because if the DAO has an equal vote pairing per token, well, I'd always, if people want to wreck the project, or if it's just the voice of the people, it might not go as people expect when the masses don't agree on something. All right, the bull token is the governance token. They have the Bullieverse Foundation, right? That makes sense. A staking pool and the treasury. DAO with a 12-month lockup. Okay, I'm very interested to see what the tokenomics actually look like. If they have like IDO information, vesting information. Okay, so the shell token is the in-game currency spent on the marketplace. Entry fee. Okay, that's interesting. Land portal owners pay taxes. Creators pay rent to host, okay. Earn, sell, pay to earn, create reward, okay. Earn rent, but they do pay tax as well, okay. And then minting of in-game assets using smart flake, breeding of bull and cow, creating base avatar for visitors, shell burning. Okay, so you gotta do the burning on a utility token, otherwise with infinite supply, the inflation is going to destroy everything, right? Or, yeah. Okay, the earnings mechanism, I don't like it at all when they put this stuff into a white paper. The reason is no normal human being, unless you're a fucking cyborg, is able to read this. So I'm just going to skip this for now. It looks really impressive, gotta admit that, but I would like to see it just in simple terms. Okay. So it has to do with the NFTs. And the lives that you have. The number of NFTs held in a wallet will have an impact on the earning potential, but also determine the number of lives the player gets. Play the games and participate live get replenished every 24 hours. Alright, that makes sense. So if you have more NFTs, you get more lives. The player can replenish their NFT by burning 1,000 shell tokens for the first time. This increases exponentially every time an NFT is replenished. Also, every time an NFT is replenished, they lose the auto replenish for that window of time. Yeah, that makes sense. Earning potential. Okay, so the more you have, holy shit, they expect somebody to have 10,000 NFTs and then you get a multiplier of 1.5. Okay, there must be some great lending borrowing system in that case if you want to hold somebody to hold 10,000 NFTs at some point for only 1.5 multiplier, which is basically not that exponential, right? Experience points, level systems. All right, so it's quite detailed. It's definitely quite detailed. I like it. I can appreciate it. This is more for the tech nerds, I believe, but it does show that the play to earn economics are thoroughly thought out. I don't know if I'm impressed or confused, but I would like to see the tokenomics of the actual token, the vesting and all this. Okay, decentralization. Okay, so they have 4 phases on the roadmap, basically. So the TGE and token distribution happening in 2022, no voting possible. 2023 is already a year from now. Bull token holders can stake their token through their token dashboard. Is that 1 year from now? Really? 2024, creation of decentralized governance. Bull token holders determined with governance. Okay. Spending, platform, enabling NFT communities. Right, so this is just basically the governance side of things. That's a long roadmap. I don't think the staking is specifically here just becoming available, but I think it's for the voting power. They can also start to vote on proposals brought forward by the Bullieverse Inc. team. Okay. Yeah, I don't really care too much about the voting anyway. All right, the treasury. I think that's a huge component because it charges fees, right? How do they gather fees? 2.5% of transaction for secondary market trading of Kobe NFTs on the OpenSea royalties. 5% of fees from the marketplace transactions, all right? 5% of fees from the creator marketplace. Land sale, all proceeds. Okay, that's very nice. That's not a cash grab. There we go. Ad revenue, 5% of entry fees for competitions. All right, I think that's a solid way to get that going. They pay rewards, stake allocation, the burning, and infrastructure maintenance. Then you got Bullieverse Inc. operating company. I assume they pay themselves salary, creator fund, marketing needs, rewards. Yeah, so it would be self-sufficient. Then the citizenship. All right, what's this? Users gain their citizenship or boulevard by holding a Bull NFT. NFTs allow community members to play with 3D version of their Bull. 10,000 Bull were launched earlier. They are owned by over 2,300 wallets. The design, okay, primarily use, okay. So I assume they're going to launch more Bulls, right? So the citizenship gives you complete access, high pay to earn rates. Okay, so the Bull collection, Genesis. Then you have a cow collection, also higher rates, breeding collection, normal, and then other collections do have access, but they have limited play to earn rates. Okay. Visitor-based characters, no play to earn. DAO approved NFT communities, limited. Okay. So definitely you would want to have a long-term trajectory of the breeding collection, I would assume. Then you have these Kobe NFTs. Yeah, I saw those on OpenSea already. All right, and then they describe the citizen benefits again. So these are 10,000 design bulls, 160 different traits. Right, let me just check those out real quickly. Yeah, go to OpenSea. Currently sitting at a 0.175 floor. That's quite affordable, I would say. All right, so there was a huge update here on the volume, 1.8, 0.25, and the price declined again thereafter. They have been out for quite a while. Yes, so they launched, this was August 2021. So in that case, it has almost been 5-6 months, but they're still getting purchased. I assume closer to the IDO, there might be some benefits. But they're still quite affordable. And it's also called Citizens of Bullieverse Island. Yeah. Okay. So have there been any crazy sales? 5 ETH, 5 ETH, 5 ETH. So I assume these are one-on-ones. Yeah, I don't know the actual rarities and stuff, but I assume these ones, if they got sold for 5 Ethereum, they're quite rare. And that's usually the thing. You would have to be super early, 3 Ethereum, 2.5, and get into something like this. when the minting happens, right? So 5 to 6 months down the line, they might actually have a decent reward. Until that time, you would have to wait. But that makes sense. All right, so then play to earn, rarity of the bull, the numbers of NFTs owned. Bulls with claws are rare, with only 2% of having them. Other, laser eyes, dagger horns, okay. Then the breeding. To play the bear hunt, could win a bear NFT. So I don't think this is live yet, the bear NFT. I couldn't find anything on it. We also have a cow NFT rollout. Okay, so there's more things coming, which I would assume in that case that the value of these would increase when the next drop occur, because it would make them more rare, more desirable. You'll be able to do the breeding, where you basically have the Genesis cow collection and the Genesis bull collection. You breed those, and then you get the breeding collection with a mixture of traits. So bulls with cows, and you burn shell tokens in order to get that done. All right, so that makes sense. And then you get the breeding collection out of those. Free pass. Game enthusiasts who do not own are still able to play. Yeah, I think that's very important for adoption. So on a freemium model, that is quite interesting. And then they have for their other communities. I'm actually curious, where are the actual tokenomics? Maybe I glanced over it because it does say tokenomics right here, but I didn't see anything related to the vesting. However, we will roll out the island through 2022. Bear hunt game first phase. Yeah, and there's also something on the main page regarding that. Okay, you can buy, sell, and rent land. Land parcels are sold in 3 phases. There will be a Dutch auction. Okay, that's good to know. However, fair monetization, and then we go back to the introduction, or introduction of how it's launched. The Bullieverse creation snow crash, okay. Launchpad, snow crash. I don't really care about how that is built and how it all works. They have an extensive white paper, so I do appreciate that. Okay, so this is the roadmap. I think that's quite important. So they already sold out the 10,000 NFTs, reached 10,000 users on Twitter. Marketplace website launch, rebranded to Bullieverse. Bear hunt game beta still needs to be launched, has quite a delay, right? Because it's end of January right now. This is, I assume, not live. It's not checkmarked off. Play and earn bear NFT, IDO and liquidity mining, and the IDO is coming up in 10 days, so that's on schedule. Treasure hunt, land auction, Metaverse launch. They're actually developing really fast, which is something I think is extremely important with these ambitious projects. So that makes me, so this roadmap is quite convincing. It makes me like it a lot more. The DAO roadmap is obviously quite long term, but this one actually looks quite interesting. All right, so then you have the cow NFTs coming in the 3rd quarter, which is about 6 months from now. And then basically the breeding can start as well. Breeding is a quarter later, all right, so they do drag it out a little bit, but you will definitely have already play to earn options with the bear NFT, and there's a blue run game here, and the marketplace will be launched. There's a PvP fighting game. So obviously within this metaverse, there's like sub games that one can play, which I think is important to keep the users engaged, because most of these games don't launch for years, and the audience becomes idle, right? Okay, so we have 4 founders, 2 founders, and then a head of gaming and a head of growth. All right, all with their full names and not their real faces though, but the team also doesn't have that. We're missing 3 faces here, but they put everybody there, even the content writers and stuff, so that's quite nice. I would appreciate, I always do appreciate some LinkedIn or some Twitter. Okay, Goldman Sachs, UBS, Capital One, FinTech products, okay. Research experience, performance, Oracle, IBM. Okay. Well, people with that much experience, why don't you just drop a little LinkedIn action? You know, we would appreciate that. Okay, so now I'm going to go back because I actually want to see the tokenomics, because I think that's quite important. It's strange that there's like nothing on the vesting. Nothing. Yeah, the only thing that comes up with IDO. So this has been quite a good white paper in my opinion. Very much product focus, not that much investor focus. Talks a lot about the NFTs, but very little about the actual tokens. Which I think the vesting schedule should obviously be here. In 10 days, you're doing an IDO. Where is the vesting schedule? Maybe I'm blind, but I tried to search it and it wasn't there. So let's go to maybe their, well, if we go to team here, again, no LinkedIn's, no Twitters, nope. Let's go to their, is there like a medium where maybe we find the information? No, we got Twitter and we got Discord, Telegram, OpenSea, Discord. Oh, the bear hunt is in beta. Okay, so that's quite nice. Okay. You can select your bull. Oh, that actually looks quite good, definitely. And then you kill these bears with guns, which is quite funny. Okay, and that's the game. You hunt the bears. Yeah, that's the thing. Okay. So you take your minigun, which shoots laser beams, and then you hunt down these bears, which kind of look like bulls as well. Bear hunt, coming soon. Okay, cool. All right, they're going to launch on TrustPad. They're going to launch, okay, so here we have some information, which is nice, from Seedify. I'm just going to pause this. So February 9th, it's happening, listing to be announced. The initial market cap is really high relative to what we normally see. So excluding liquidity as well, so 800K, which would bring my price prediction from whatever I've seen right now. I haven't seen the vesting yet, but I think this would most likely do like a 5x, right? 4x, 3.5 million, not more than a 10x. I think 8 million is already quite overpriced, taking into consideration the current market conditions, right? So I always do these price predictions on how the market's looking right now. A lot of things can change in 1 week, right? Definitely. So Bitcoin has been stabilizing around 38K after the massive drop earlier. So we had the linear downward pattern, and then basically earlier last week, about a week ago, there was like a significant drop, big panic, and it has been stabilizing over the last 7 days. Little drop, then we're again an upward trend, sitting around 38K right now. If we would launch in the current market conditions, I would expect, as a rough prediction, that it's not going to do over a 10x, right? I've been tracking all the other launches that were happening by A-type launchpads like Seedify. It's launching on ERC20 as well, so in that case, you would have to claim the tokens. There's high gas. People do not really want to fuck with that right now. 5 cents means that there would be a significant TGE allocation to be claimed, but I'm really curious to see what the vesting looks like. So is Bullieverse here? Yes. So they're going for a 12x. Okay. 12x. I would say maximum 10x. Metaverse pad. I would assume that they have announced the let me see if on Metaverse pad they have available the actual projects. Bullieverse upcoming. Do they have the vesting available? So they have a lot of information. That's good. But not the vesting. A lot of information right here, but not the vesting. Bull tokens. I would assume the launchpad would our token sale. 4 cents public. No vesting overview. That's strange. Okay, so we're going to research further and try and see where we can find it. Because they talk about their ideal launch partner, Gamify. So I assume Gamify has the vesting. That would be very strange if they don't. Okay, where's the launchpad? Here we go. Bullieverse community IGO. This one. Details, please. So they're launching on like 4 launchpads, what we've seen so far. So they do have quite the spread, quite the hype going on. Details, please. So there's no details on Bullieverse. Maybe this one? No? Maybe I should turn off my ad blocker. Bullieverse? No? It's not working. Why not? Is the information not ready yet, guys? Details. Ah, there we go. Okay. Total raise, $2,000. Okay. Few token release schedule. It's not really working. That's unfortunate, because I would love to see that. The websites are against us on this one. Bullieverse investing. Crypto rank. There we go. That's a lot easier. So it's 20% TGE and then 3-month vesting, which would leave 80% across 3 months. 20% TGE makes sense. So then you also have the private sale, which is 1 cent less. That's 8% TGE and then linear released over 1 year. However, if you look at the caps, right, this is 300K, 400K, 600-ish. They're going to do 20% release, and that's why the actual market cap, it's only 1.63%, so fully diluted. They're going to raise a lot of money, right? So fully diluted market cap on the initial value at 50 million already, which I think is way overpriced. So I would say 5, maximum 10x with the current market conditions. The reason being is it would need the adoption, right? It would need the adoption to be played, to be hyped. And from the gameplay I've seen so far, I like it. I like the idea. I like what they're trying to do with the arcade and stuff. I just don't see mass adoption around something like this with bulls. It's a little bit too funny, a little bit too jokey, not that serious. Where there are metaverses really who are serious, right? Who take things to the next level with like, I'm not saying this is not a real game, but it's more a metaverse cut up in several mini games, maybe of the ease of development, whatever it might be. It does show an interesting opportunity, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm gonna skip this one. The reason being is with the current market conditions, and what I'm specifically looking at is more long-term projects, specifically relative to the vesting, right? With a 20% TGE, I see maybe a 2-3x, and I would rather allocate my funds somewhere else. However, if you are interested in Bullieverse, you can find it on Seedify, Gamify, TrustPad. Just check their Twitter, and they have a full list. You can check out their Discord and their Telegram as well. If we see their Discord, they have about 23,000 members. So that's already quite good. And you can basically see what they're all up to. I'm going to pass this one personally, but if you want to check it out, definitely have a complete look at their white paper. This was my complete review of Bullieverse and a small price prediction included as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.